Why side? Who's something?
Welcome, guys. Welcome
Hello,
back.
hello.
Why are you talking over me?
I didn't know that this was formal.
Okay.
We can both talk at the same time. It's okay.
Let's do it at the same time.
Well, hello. Welcome back. Well, why am I doing one talk? Are you high?
I love it.
Okay. Welcome back to episode 6 of a melting podcast
A melting podcast.
with AK and Scopes,
Yes.
your favorite Nigerian cousins.
Okay. Yes. I don't know these people, but yes.
Which people?
Some of our listeners. So, the cousin line.
It's us that I'm talking about, not them.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, we're the cousins. Because I'm like, don't claim me yet. Some people are crazy.
Oh my God.
Okay, but no. How was your week?
It's okay.
Why is it okay?
It's okay. I'm okay. I'm in my
Dark stage again? Dark space?
no, not it's not so dark. It's just I'm in week 2 of a crash out.
Okay.
It's like I feel like how people can have like a stroke for multiple days and they don't know that like it's just like little things.
Yeah.
That's not to compare to something like that morbid, but that's what I feel like. I'm like going through like mini crash outs in my head right now.
Do we need to recommend a therapist?
I already have a therapist.
Is the therapist doing their job?
I think so.
You think so?
I hope so.
Okay. All right. Just checking in, making sure, you're not going down the...
You don't like to check in when we're not recording. It's not that we're recording that you're checking in.
Okay. Did you
I'm
check
gonna
in?
call you out.
Did you check in on me?
What
when
do you
came
mean?
in?
Did you tell me there was something wrong with you?
Exactly. Did you tell me there was something
Did
wrong
you
with
ask?
Did you ask?
You made me made me wait outside for 30 minutes. Why would I be asking you?
Number one, it was like 20 minutes and you came on time. Or, well, way before the time you said you were going to show up.
I came early because I'm always early.
Well, you have to be precise with me.
I couldn't keep a straight face. Like if my coworker heard me say that.
They're like, Scopes, you don't come ready.
I couldn't keep a straight face when I said that.
Are you actually always punctual?
No.
No? How late are you usually?
Like 10 minutes.
Why are you late?
No, actually. Maybe I don't want to reinforce stereotypes, but
Okay.
yeah, just
Yeah.
let's just say that I am being present in every moment.
Okay. Okay.
How are you?
Why didn't you ask me before we went on live?
No, I'm asking for the audience this time.
Okay. Yeah.
You make me seem as if I don't check on you. When you know that between both of us, it's me that checks on you more than you check on me.
That's not true.
What do you mean by that's not true? If you want, let us bring our text message.
Oh, hell yeah.
Bring our text message.
Hell
I will
yeah.
see how many
Yes.
times you've said, "Are you okay? How are you?"
Yes.
versus me.
Yes.
And we'll see who wins.
Yes.
Okay.
I
No
know I'm
problem.
going to
We
win.
can do it.
We'll do it. We'll do it for you guys.
You-
We'll bring the
You
number.
say you're going to win. You.
So you say I don't check on you.
You. Oh my God.
I don't check on you.
Hey. You.
Wait, this is like...
Okay. You. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine.
That's great. No,
I'm
no.
sure that your family members will even confirm. That's the thing. I'm sure that they will confirm. So it's okay.
Yo, why are you calling me out
How
like that?
are you?
I'm good. I've been off this week for the last 3 days. Well, I go back to work. I'm working this weekend, so I don't know if I'm good, but we'll see.
Are you looking forward to anything?
Yeah, sleeping.
Oh, I
Yeah.
definitely didn't think that's what you're going to say.
Oh no, I know what you want me to say. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. Yes, sleeping.
You're not looking for anything. You're not looking forward to anything.
I just like 600 pounds a day.
You don't want to see the queen. You're not going to see the queen.
Oh wait, what queen?
You don't want to see the queen.
What queen are we talking about?
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. But no. Well, you just want me to. Okay, I'll say since you asked. Just so everybody knows. Also, well, I'm going to see Beyonce tomorrow.
And this is how many times?
This is my second time actually.
Oh wait, Renaissance was your first time?
Yes, Renaissance was my first.
Interesting.
I know, right?
I know. That's what I'm saying. Interesting.
Yeah.
Are you excited?
It's gonna be cold tomorrow.
Wait. I was like, what if you had a sign and then she like reads what's your sign? Or like when she ain't no diva, she points at you. Wouldn't that be funny? Wouldn't it be funny if she that she points at?
Listen, I'm going to milk that moment. I'm going to milk that moment. If she point at me, I'm going to milk that moment. What are we talking about? Also, like, honestly, like, I'm mentally planning on how many songs I'm going to sing tomorrow.
Oh my God.
I've already said I sang all the songs, and by the time we were done, my head was killing me. So now I have to be strategic because
Not you have to be strategic.
no, I have to. I know every song, right? But I can't. I like for my own health, I can't sing every song.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what I'm looking forward to. What about you? Are you looking forward to anything?
I started rehearsals for the play that's going on in June, second week of June.
Okay.
It's interesting. I'm excited actually. We had our first recruit today, and I was like, I do like it. It's bringing me out of my whatever it is that I'm going through. So it's good to be working on something.
Is it bringing you out or is it distracting you?
It's not distracting me. It's making me feel more present.
Just be careful.
What?
Distraction versus actually going through it.
Oh no! This is more of a way to go through it. It's like a medium, a vessel to go through it, to get through whatever it is I'm going through.
Just making sure, like when you break up with someone, right, and then you have a rebound, and it's only because that's just to kind of distract you from.
Oh no! This is more like you break up with someone and you're heartbroken, and then you write about it, and then you cry about it, type of thing.
And then you all right,
and then you get better at the other side.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Good to know. All right.
Wait, we have to.
Word of the day.
No, word of the day. Before word of the day, don't you have to shout out somebody? You're talking about shouting out somebody.
Oh yes. Oh, so it's never shouting out someone. It's like the person did an amazing job putting this together, right?
Okay.
So I was on YouTube, just like scrolling on YouTube, and I saw this top 10 African designers won by Beyonce. And I was watching a video, right? And I realized actually it was our friend Bolaji that made the video, that curated the video.
Okay.
And it did such a good job in like highlighting those specific like designers.
Yeah.
And I just trying to say kudos to him for.
I think the whole do you know the name of what's it? The channel. It's Boa Media.
Yeah, it's Boa Media
on YouTube.
Yeah.
I think he just highlights a lot of like tries to bring more I guess enlightenment to modern African culture. So he talks about a lot of stuff like that.
Yeah, like
in
provided information and all those. So kudos to you. I saw your video. I stumbled up onto it and it was good. So kudos.
Which one was your best?
I think the one she wore in Already. Like
of course, that's the one. I knew it was going to be that one. I knew it was going to be that one. Yeah, that was a good one.
No, that was a good one. No, that's one of my favorite Beyonce videos. So,
yeah.
But yes. All right. Word of the day.
Word of the day.
Okay, I'm gonna go first.
Okay, what's your word of the day?
Gallivanting. You just want to gallivant the street like.
Oh my God.
Gallivanting.
Wait, that's such a.
It's such a Nigerian.
That's such a Nigerian word.
No, because that's the word they used a lot in Nigeria. They use it to insult you.
They use it to insult you.
Yes, they use it to insult you, and it's such an elegant word.
Yes.
Yes. And they use it to insult you.
They're gallivanting.
Yeah, they're gallivanting. Just like a parent, they'll be like, all your mates are reading.
You're gallivanting about.
Yeah,
instead of you to sit down. Instead of you to sit down and read, face your book.
Exactly.
You're gallivanting about town.
You're gallivanting the streets. I don't know why I thought about it, but
oh my God, that's such a good one. I like it. Actually, it brings back memories. It makes me laugh right now.
Yeah, it brings back memories of like secondary
like
school.
if my parents were use that word on me, or when they use that word, I can't take their admonishment serious. Like, it's like it sounds a little bit funny in my head.
Yo, there's some words in Nigeria that they usually say, like big words.
To be serious and shouted at you, but when they now use the word, you'll be like, it's like you want to laugh.
Yes, no, yeah, gallivanting. But I've been using it.
Recently.
Yeah, using it recently. I'm like, stop gallivanting my club. You need to stay in your position at work.
Okay.
Stop gallivanting. And they're like, some people are like, what's gallivanting?
That's such a distinctly, well, I won't say distinctly Nigerian because it's obviously it's English, but
Yeah.
it's like one of those words that Nigerian people, one of those big words that only Nigerian people will use.
Yeah. No, but okay. Yeah, that's my word. Calamantes. What's your word?
My word is regular, simple. Devotion.
Okay.
I was thinking about that word today. Well, not today, but actually this past week. And it reminded me of two things, right? One is I don't know. I don't know if you growing up, if you had a lot of Christian friends or Christian people who are not Muslim. They always had morning devotion,
Okay.
right?
Yes. Like, okay. I get what you're saying.
And I was just thinking about the word devotion. When you're like devoted to something or someone or whatever it is, like in terms of like a type of
Are you taking us to
love.
church?
No, wait. I just want to let me get to my point. It's like a type of love or something like that and care that you show for the thing or the the activity. So I was thinking about devotion. I was like, when we had the morning devotion or evening devotion, I don't ever associate it. I remember ever associating that with like love or care.
Mm.
Do you understand?
Mm.
Like love of Christianity or love of the Bible or love of anything. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Or love of my fellow man. I just never associated it with that.
Yeah.
So it's like it's interesting to me. The word devotion, and we call it devotion, but I don't think I was ever really devoted
Yeah. No, I mean
to
like
the activity.
the
It was
word.
always out of obligation or
Yeah.
fear of punishment.
But it's also a word that was used in Nigeria a lot by like people who say I'm a devoted Christian.
Yeah.
Meaning you are like in practice.
You practice it.
Yeah.
But I feel like people forget the other part of devotion, which I think is close to maybe I should get the proper definition, but I feel like there's love and care in that word devotion.
No, there is. It's like I'm devoted to you.
Yeah.
Meaning like I'm I'm with you.
Yes.
I'm there.
Yeah.
I'm like all in. So yeah, I get it, but yeah, same thing. I never really thought about that part, that other part. It was more like I'm a devoted Christian. I'm a devoted Muslim.
Yeah.
It's just like I'm completely in this
whatever activity or whatever. Yeah. So I was thinking about it with regards to my life.
Okay.
And with regards to like discipline like when I want to be like, I think about discipline in order to achieve a goal. And that always felt like a punishment.
Okay.
It feels like a task.
Okay.
And if my goal is like if I'm devoted to the goal or to myself at least, or to be devoted to becoming who I want to be, then the things I need to do out of devotion or because of devotion don't really feel like a task or a punishment.
Okay.
And I think I'm trying to rewire my brain to think about things like that.
Okay.
Like things in terms of like I'm devoted to myself or to my task. So these things I'm devoted to myself or to the goal or to the vision or to the person I want to become. So these things I need to do now, I'm doing them out of devotion, out of care or love.
Okay.
So they don't feel so.
Yeah, just feeling passionate about.
Yeah.
Whatever you do.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Okay.
I just thought it was interesting. Something to keep in mind as I move.
So last week I was the one being a little bit deeper. This week you're the one being deeper.
It's okay.
Okay. We like that. We like that. All right.
Okay.
So, what is our topic of the day?
Okay? No. The topic of the day, the thing I would like us to talk about is secondary school.
For the Americans that are listening to it, what's secondary school?
What do you mean? Oh,
high school.
Yeah, for Americans, high school.
Yes.
That's what you mean. Yeah.
Yes.
For Americans, high school. What's your high school experience was like?
So in the British English, they say secondary school.
Okay.
And then America is different. So they say high school.
So what was your high school experience like? / secondary school?
Okay, so I actually went to 2 different schools.
Yeah.
I first went to a boarding house.
Oh, you went to boarding school?
Yeah.
Okay.
For like 3 years. And then I went to a regular school.
Okay.
For like 3 years. And the school dynamic was two completely different things entirely,
What do you mean?
which was like a really interesting experience. So one school was a public school, and the other school was a private school. The private school was more for like was very known, was well known, was
That was a
popular.
bougie school.
Yeah, it wasn't like crazy bougie, but it was a good like it's not easy to get into kind of school.
Okay.
It's Unilag's secondary school, ISL.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's not a school you can just get into. You actually have to know your stuff or be wealthy or whatever. And then the other school, which was the first 3 years of my high school or secondary school experience, was a boarding school, which was more like everyone. So it wasn't just like the bougie people; it was like everyone was mixed in.
Okay.
And with public schools, you're not necessarily paying tuition.
Yeah.
So I did boarding school, which was very interesting.
Wait, but why did you move? Why did you change schools?
I think mainly because I wasn't doing so well in the first 3 years. Not the first 3 years, but like the last year I didn't really do so well. So they thought I was very distracted by something, and they wanted to keep more eyes on me.
Oh, okay.
So they moved me to.
So you can be going on to like a day school.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they moved me to that school. So I think that was why they did that.
So which one do you prefer though, between the boarding school and the day school?
I mean,
Oh no, okay,
no,
okay. Let's
no. I'll tell you.
Okay.
The boarding school I suffered. I know I suffered. When you don't have
So wait, was this your whole plan so that you can go home?
bro, listen, I suffered. When you don't have provision,
Yeah.
right? When you don't have food,
Yeah.
you're gonna be.
What happened? Your provision was finishing the first week or what?
Hell
Or the
yeah.
senior boys were taking everything.
No, it was finishing the first week, and people still.
Okay.
But it was kind of finishing in the first 2 weeks, and you have to wait like 3 months before you get another provision.
You have to wait for
insane.
visiting day.
Yeah, visiting day. So no, I suffered.
Did you lose weight?
Hell yeah, my eyes would be yellow. I had typhoid.
Oh my god, wait. This sounds like trauma.
No, I had typhoid.
Okay.
You know how many times I had typhoid? Well, yeah, and when your parents miss visiting day, it's over for you.
Oh my god.
But yeah, so that was my experience in terms of the social and everything.
Yeah, I'm curious to know about in terms of like the social life. Which one did you prefer?
I mean, I was much older in the
Yeah.
ISL.
So you're like a senior boy.
The private school, yeah, like I was more, I was out, yeah, it was different. It was, but no, that was like two different experience, but it's two completely different experiences.
Okay.
Again, as I said, it's one you're in a boarding house where everyone is like struggling, food and everything, but the discipline is like crazy.
Mm.
But the other one, which is more of a private, like life school, whatever. Like the people that go to that kind of school just want to be social. They're like social butterflies. They're the people that become like presidents and stuff like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like they're prominent. They'll become prominent people. I mean, anyone can
Let's
be.
give him gossip girl.
Exactly. You understand what I'm saying? Like, yes. So, even I think Obasanjo's son, well, not like actual actress, like.
He was rumored to be Obasanjo's son.
Not like a bastard.
Oh my god.
I don't want to say bastard, but you understand, like
his illegitimate son.
Yeah, exactly.
It was rumored that his illegitimate son went to that school.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
So, I mean, we know he was the son, but
Allegedly.
But what I'm saying is, it's that kind of school. It was popular. That's the same school I met Dolaji. Yeah. So, but the one experience I had in that school that was crazy was I don't want to say started a fight between SS2 and SS3 student, like a massive fight.
Not you causing chaos.
But I didn't start it, but
you just threw the gasoline.
No, they threw the gasoline. But okay, so this is what happened, right? There was always tension between SS2 and SS3. I don't know where the tension originated from.
Yeah.
But I just knew there was tension. So one day I went to the library, right? And I was just in the library, and one of the SS3 guy came to me and just slapped me. And
okay, wait. So you're in SS2?
I was in SS2.
Okay.
And he came to me, and again, he was also nephew to the principal.
Okay.
So he came to me and slapped me, And I was just like, because there was already tension. I knew the tension was happening because I was the kind of kid that was just like in the mid. Like I wasn't like popular. Like everybody knew me, but I wasn't like a popular kid. Like
Yeah.
I was just like,
Yeah.
you know, that kind of kid that just plays with everyone.
Yeah.
Like the less popular, the popular. I'm
Yeah,
just
it's like everybody knew you, hung out with everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
You're
I
not
was
like into any cliques.
Yeah,
That's cool.
exactly. I didn't have any cliques. So I was that kind of person. So people just generally like, yeah. So anyways, so there was a tension happening. I can't remember what the tension was, but we knew there was tension. I was in SS2 obviously, but I wasn't into like that kind of life,
Yeah.
right? But anyway, so I went to the library and this guy slapped me. And
Why did he slap you?
I don't know. It was so random, and that's what caught me off guard because I just knew it was a way for him to come up after like an SS2 person,
Okay.
right? And he just came and slapped me, and I was just like, and we're in the library, so you couldn't make noise and whatever. So what I did was I left the library, and this is the first time someone ever slapped me, and I didn't retaliate. Usually I fight in school. I used to fight in school,
Okay.
but this was the one time because I think I knew the context and what that meant.
Okay.
That I just didn't react.
Okay.
And I never got trouble. I never got into any trouble in school.
You had a longer game plan.
Yes, exactly. But yeah, I never got into any kind of sort of trouble in school. I wasn't that kind of kid. I was like just there. So, and I realized like if something happens, then I'll probably get in trouble. Is my senior.
Yeah.
But it wasn't that kind of school where like seniority was like the absolute.
Okay.
No, it was like whatever. But anyway, so it slapped me. So I went back. So the guys in my class are like the thugs of the school.
Okay.
Right? The class I was in were the thugs of the school that were like, agitated and everything. And I was friends with them.
Okay.
And I went there and I told them like, yo, oh boy, I can't remember that. It's like, I'm like, oh boy, slapped me. They're like, what? It slapped you? So in the end, it's like, that's war. Right? That's war.
So you were the catalyst. You were the one that lit the match.
I didn't lead the match because I didn't do anything. But in his head, so in everyone's head, that was war, right?
Okay.
And then after school, there's a big like parking lot that nobody usually parks in, and that's where everybody hangs out after school. Like they let out, right? Everybody just goes there and wait for their parent or whatnot. That day there was fights, a lot, like 5.
And you were just standing from outside, yes.
No, I mean I was so I obviously
you were just watching.
Obviously not like I was like, yeah, I'm down because I got slapped, so I already felt disrespected.
Yeah.
Right. So
who won this fight? Which class won? Which team?
It was a draw. It wasn't. It was like rowdiness, like loud noises, and people like going at it. So it was like crazy, but it wasn't like a win, it wasn't like deadly, but it was like rough and people were out there.
Did anybody get like suspended?
Yes, I think he got expelled. The guy that slapped me.
Oh really?
Because they obviously it went back to like the main and they were like, what happened? And people in the library, I think maybe testified. I don't know.
Okay.
So he got expelled. What did I say about karma?
Yeah. It always comes back. Children of karma, yeah.
Which children of karma? But yes, I didn't have to do much, and but that was my experience in secondary school. Secondary school was fun. I had my first sex when I was in secondary school.
Well, no, that's not for. Is that for the audience? You want to tell a story about it?
No,
how did it happen?
No, that's a conversation for a different day.
I don't know. I think I didn't have anything as noteworthy as that.
Yeah.
I think I went to I started out in boarding school and then I moved to the same school, but I moved from a boarder to a day student. I went to Navy Secondary School. My father wanted to toughen me up, so he sent me to the boarding school.
Well, sorry for him.
What is that supposed to mean? Yes, you
I don't know if that plan works. I don't know if that plan works.
You're an idiot.
That man wasted money.
Wait.
He wasted money.
No, but I mean, I hated boarding school. Obviously, it was not for me mentally. Like it just discombobulated my whole system. Like I was finding it difficult to adjust. You know, stuff. Like after the first year of being a boarder, by the second year, I just started coming home. Like nobody even told me anything. I just started coming home on my own.
I used to clean toilets.
Oh my god. No, please.
No, I suffer at the boarding school.
No, I don't want to talk about
I
it.
used to order kilo.
How many different things are you going to call me?
Well, I don't, okay, I don't know. Maybe I'm
It's okay.
Okay.
Oh no, but that was the worst part.
No.
Oh my god, the toilets were the worst part. Oh my god.
No, yeah,
So
I
that
had
does
to
bring back memories.
Yeah, I used to wake up very early because I think I'll either sweep the courtyard, clean toilet. Like they always interchange what we do every
Yeah.
morning. And when I had to clean toilet, people shit anywhere, bro. Like they put it anywhere, and you have to clean it up. And I cleaned it well.
Oh my god, this is so embarrassing. Did you ever have to like pound the toilet? Like
Yes, I know shit I've been.
because there's no plunger, so it's like you get a big stick and like cut it and everything goes down.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes, and sometimes you have to pack that, put it in a bucket, and throw it like in the.
Okay, let's not embarrass our country.
Okay, yes. No, I suffered.
Let's not embarrass our country.
Yes, I suffered, but that made me very disciplined
Okay.
because everything was routine,
Yeah.
and if you don't do it, you get punished.
Yeah.
Like I was punishment for you in school because for us, punishment was they beat us.
Okay, hold on. Do you know one thing? I don't know if my mom knew
Yeah,
or if she always planned it, but visiting day,
yeah.
my mom used to give me like a big cooler of food,
Okay.
right? And all this provision. But she always made sure to give me a big provision of food.
Yeah.
And that was like a get out of jail free card for me.
In
Because
case
like the senior students used to come to my room. Whenever it's visiting day, they would come into my room with their plates. And I would just be portioning food for everybody.
Yeah.
So like I distinctly remember one time, like it always got me out of trouble really, because there was one time they were punishing everybody. But like 11 p.m. in the night, I don't know what happened. They said they were making noise. The labor prefect was not punishing everybody. It was not like, hey you, I know you. You're the one that your mother used to bring us food. Okay, go back inside and go and sleep.
Yeah, yes, exactly.
So that always saved me from most of the punishment. You understand?
Yeah.
So besides, I was a good boy for the most part.
Yeah. I was again. So
I just hated the military drills that we had to do. That one. Oh,
you know, I was part
You know,
of cadets.
Yeah, what?
Cadets.
Did you? What was that?
It's like
the
a
marching band.
yeah, no, it's like a club, like military style club where you're doing military drills.
Yeah.
And I joined the cadets at my boarding school.
No, this one everybody was there. Everyone was.
Like everybody had to do it. No, that was optional. Yeah.
My worst punishment. Like if you gave me this punishment, just like kill me. Frog jump. Did they ever use frog jump as a punishment in school?
Yeah.
Oh my god! You know, if you that was like favorite, but if you can like just, I couldn't do it. Like just I'll go from here to here, and I'll just like you know what?
I did my
Beat me.
Yeah, I did my front job. The one stood down.
Pick pin.
Yeah, pick pins. That because it stood down.
Wait, you have to demonstrate it. I don't know if the camera will be able to catch you.
No, demonstrate it. No. But you know what I'm talking about.
Pick pin.
Yeah, that was the worst for me.
annoying.
Yeah, one leg up
Yeah.
and one with one finger.
If you pick the pin.
No, that was torture. So that was the worst.
Did you ever do sit on the golden bike?
Like
Yeah, you have to like. I don't know. You have to sit on like this.
yeah. I did everything like front jump. I wasn't that like raise your hands.
Kneel down and raise your hand.
Yeah, that one's fine.
You know, see, kneel down and hands up is okay. But when they now make you to kneel down on the concrete floor in the hot sun,
yeah. Oh yeah.
now that's when like it goes from like what's it? Medium rank, B rank punishment to like S rank punishment. For those people that watch anime, they understand what I mean. From B rank punishment to like S rank punishment.
Yeah. No. Yeah. But sometimes they add the option of either getting punished or getting beat.
Yeah.
And I always chose to be beaten. That's it. Like beat me. I don't care. I'm a chester.
That's what they call it, right?
Yeah,
When you're able to
chester.
take a
Yeah,
pen.
when you're able to take a pen without crying, I was a chester.
I almost want to say I miss secondary school, but I don't really miss secondary school.
No, I don't miss it. I miss the last 2 years of secondary school because that was just like freedom.
Yeah, you're the senior boy now.
Yeah, you're almost
understand?
senior boy.
You're telling everybody to
Yeah.
do everything.
Exactly. So that was like they didn't really care about you. Just go do your jam
Yeah,
and WAEC and you're good.
yeah.
Um,
Do you know? Okay. That was one of the most. Was the word I'm looking for? Innovative punishments. One senior student was like, go under my bed and find me 2 pregnant mosquitoes.
No.
So you go under his bed and you be looking for the mosquitoes till you find it.
Yeah. So there was one game we actually played in school that was really funny. That if you didn't know what it was, you're gonna be lost forever. So it's called Arudo.
Okay.
So pretty much what happens is Arudo is technically supposed to be a book,
Okay.
but it's not a book. It means either keep looking. I don't know the actual meaning. So what happens is I'll tell you, maybe you're my junior. I'm like, hey, can you go to that person over there and tell him to give you the book Arudo? And once you say that word, that person will send it to someone else. You're gonna be going
That's not nice.
until you actually figure out what Arudo is. But yes.
Okay, so that was just like a prank. It's not like actual.
It's not a punishment, no, it's just a prank. But sometimes you're playing on people and they'll look at you like, you think I don't know what that means?
Yeah.
But yeah, that was one fun part of like, you just tell them, hey, go ask him to give you the Arudo.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, I forgot it. Go over there to grab it from someone else and they'll just keep sending you around. It's crazy.
Did you have any relationships in secondary school?
I had a couple of my first sexual encounters.
No, but like, I mean, romantic relationships.
Like having a girlfriend and stuff like that.
A girlfriend?
Yeah, no. No. I did have like a lot of people I was interested in. I asked someone out just once and she said no.
Oh.
Yeah. And I kind of knew she was gonna say no. I don't know why I asked her. I knew she wasn't, I don't know. I knew she wasn't into, like, we were cool. Oh no, let me tell you the story as to how everybody thought I was like the baddest boy, like the most. Yeah.
Oh, is that why she said no?
No.
Okay.
I'll tell you about the story how everyone thought I was like the most baddest boy, like I'm a thug or guy in school. So when I got transferred to that school, the new school, the private school, right?
Yeah.
So it was like middle of the semester. That's when I got transferred. So it was middle of the day too. My mom just like, you know what? We're gonna go to the school. You're gonna get uniform, and then you start class. I don't care. Whatever. So right. So we went to get uniform.
Okay.
And then I didn't have my belt.
Okay.
So my pants was
sagging.
Yeah, but it was kind of big, right?
Okay.
So they took me to my class, and as I got into the class, my pants was sagging. Number one, that gave people the impression that I was bad, but I didn't have belt, right? But I went into the class so confidently that people were like,
oh, they thought you did it on purpose.
No, they thought I was just like I had the aura or whatever it was.
Okay.
So again, I don't know anyone. This is the first time I went to that school. I didn't know anyone, right? So I went into the class, right, and then I just like bounced in very confidently. Like I looked around.
I love the way this, like the secondary school students, we always had a bounce, like a swag when they were walking.
Yeah, like a swag. You know,
everybody had their own uniform when they're walking.
Yeah. So I went into the class, right, and this was before a class almost started.
Yeah.
And then so I sat down, right, and I could just hear like people like just talking. But it wasn't intentional. My idea wasn't to be like to cause a stir. It was just like I just went there, just like I'm in school, whatever. So the class started. It was an economics class, right, and that was one of my favorite subjects. And so the teacher, Miss Bello, I remember Miss Bello. She asked the question. I think she asked the class like, what is the meaning of economics, right? And then she gave an answer, but that wasn't the answer I read in the textbook. So then I challenged her in class, right? And I was like, no, like, yes, but that's not it. That's the answer for, I think it was like Karl Marx or something. And I gave her the actual economics definition. And then she shocked me up right there, right? Like, because obviously I knew what I was talking about. And then, so once class was over, all the girls started coming to me. They were like, oh my God, what's your name? This, that. And I'm looking like, so the person I sat next to in class, right? His name, was it Daniel? I can't remember his name. But we became friends right away. Yeah. Right? Because I sat next to him and we were talking and we became friends right away. But all the girls started coming to me like, oh my God, like, all the big girls, like the popular girls started coming to me like, what's your name? Like, everybody thought I was a bad boy. So these word went around like, oh, there's a new kid in school,
Okay.
and it was like, I was like, what the hell is happening? But it was such a cool experience. And I think it made it easier for me to just be like close to everyone
Yeah.
in school.
So everyone was just like,
Yeah, everybody was just like cool, and then I saw the cool kids. I'm like, oh, this is the clique I'm supposed to be part of. Hell no. But no, anyways, I just had to say that I had such a good time in school, though. I had such a good time.
would you do it again?
No, the assignments, the simplest assignment they always give us in school,
What assignment?
like homeworks.
Oh, I don't mean that. Okay, other than the homework, like just
Oh, in school,
student life, would you do it again?
yes, because of the drama. There's always drama and gossip every day.
God.
Don't tell me you didn't like the school dramas.
I know, because okay, so there were only like 5 day students, and everybody else was like a border
no, we
in
didn't
my
have
school.
that.
So
Yeah.
like for most of the drama, I don't think I was in school when it happened. So I think I missed out on a lot of things.
Oh no, the drama was.
I distinctly remember. Okay, so yeah, because I was a day student, right?
Yeah,
I was always doing things for people. So I had a little small business,
yeah,
a Valentine's Day business,
yeah.
right? So like when it's close to Valentine's Day, people were giving me lists of things I should buy for them and stuff like that. And I was taking my own cut from it,
Yeah.
and I'll buy it and I'll bring it to the school, like chocolate and flowers and all those type of things. And then because my sisters went to Abloma, which is a girls secondary school.
Yeah.
I mean, my school was co-ed, but like a lot of the guys had things for girls in my sister's school. So like I was kind of like exchanging love letters.
Oh
with
yeah,
people.
I know. Oh my God.
So they'll give me a love letter and then I'll give it to my sister will give it to the person that's intended for. Yeah. So that was so funny. I can't believe I did that. And my sister used to read the letters. That's the worst thing.
Yeah, I'm saying, can you just
Let's not read the letter. I'll come and tell me the gist of the letter. I'm like, why are you reading other people's letters?
Yeah, no. But secondary school was really fun. Honestly, Nigerian secondary school was.
Do you think so? I've been thinking about this because like when I watch all these shows like Euphoria and like Gossip Girl, I'm like, is this really what happens in American secondary schools? Like, are they like?
No.
Do you understand?
I don't
And then like I
think so.
compare it to like Nigerian secondary school, like
No, I don't. I doubt most of those things happen because I think I question my siblings that grew up here and went to school. And obviously, like, there's little drama, but there's not like that crazy bullying, popular kid.
nothing.
I mean, no, there is. Yes, actually, there is, but not like to the extent of.
Like they like carry their parents' cars and all those type of things, and
Actually, they
like
probably
Euphoria,
do. Yeah.
the shit that happens in
You
Euphoria
know
is kind of
what?
crazy.
I
you know?
take that back. But I mean, when I spoke to my sibling and say, yeah, it's not like that.
Yeah.
You understand? It's not like Mean Girls kind of.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you understand.
Okay.
But
I'm curious to
obviously,
hear a woman's perspective. Again, we need to bring a female co-host here so we can know the woman's perspective. Because I want to know what secondary school was like for the girls. Because it was obviously different for them, you know?
okay, so this is our viewers, I guess, can send us an email. Just let us know.
Oh, yeah. I'm curious to know other people's
Yeah.
experience. Our email is a.meltingpodcast. That is meltingpodcast@gmail.com.
Yes, you guys, let us know how high school/secondary school was for you. How was the experience?
Okay.
Yes.
Let's take a break.
Yes, let's take a break.
Okay. And we're back. Thank you very much, guys, for tuning in as usual. Remember, you can always email us at.
Wait, did you just wink at the camera?
Yeah, I did.
Do we wink at the camera? How does this work? How does the camera
It's
work?
my thing. If you want to wink at the camera, that's fine.
Okay, so how do we work the camera? You are into like theater and film, so let me know because I really don't know how to work the camera.
You don't have to work the camera. You don't have to pay attention to the camera.
Why you move your? This is a conversation.
I know. We don't have to pay attention to the camera. The camera is recording everything you're doing.
Okay, but so that's how you work.
I just broke the fourth wall. That's all. That's fine. Because I was about to give them a message. You can email us at a.meltingpodcast@gmail.com. Email us with your questions and suggestions and comments and stuff like that, and we'll read them on the show. You don't have to wink, do you?
No, that's not wicked.
You don't have to wink.
Well, I do wink. Oh, that's what I did.
No, you're doing it weird.
Okay,
before.
if I use my left eye, maybe.
Okay.
So look.
Okay. Are you okay?
Yes.
Okay, let's go to the trending topics.
You said trending topics. Okay.
Well, no, I mean topics that people are talking about.
Okay, so let's go with The first one, aside
Who?
Biden.
Oh, I
Yeah.
don't know. What?
Oh, I don't know. It's crazy.
No, what I wanted to say was like,
It's cancer.
I understand. I know it's cancer and it's unfortunate, but like, yeah, that's sad. But I just think, okay, I feel like if we're just hearing about it, then he's known about it for some time now, and like, I feel like this. I want to say that it's unfortunate that he's going through this, and cancer is never good for anybody. Do you understand? No matter the situation, but I also feel like he should have been, or at least Biden and the Democratic Party should have been much more serious about getting a successor and doing all this, especially we know that he's because he was old and you understand, and he was not. It was clear that he was unfit to take it for a second term much earlier than he decided to put Kamala. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
You understand much earlier, so they could have had a lot more time to prepare and not leave us stuck with Trump. Is what I'm saying. That's how I feel, given the announcement of his cancer now. That I feel like we knew that this guy was old. We knew that he was getting somewhere. Do you understand?
Yeah, no. Before you continue that, do you think if the earlier plan would have still been Kamala to run,
I don't think so.
you think they would have picked someone else?
I think they would have picked someone instead of a black woman, black Indian woman.
You think the Democrat Party wouldn't pick Kamala?
I just think they should be more. I don't know. I don't know more. Again, I'm speaking from a very layman's perspective, but I'm all for like you understand for Kamala to have been president, but I feel like if Biden was much more proactive about it, they could have picked somebody else. They could have been more prepared to pick somebody else.
But
They would have been the Democratic Party should have been picking somebody else.
But think about it. Who in that situation was more qualified than Kamala? She was the vice president.
Again, we're in America.
Scopes.
We know that Trump is a backlash from Obama.
Scopes. What do you think? Like, think about it right now.
I don't know. Wait, I don't know, but I'm telling you what the reality is. Trump was a backlash from Obama, the black man being president. Do you understand?
Yes.
So I don't know. Who, maybe there might have not been other people more qualified, but they could have brought up somebody and lifted the person up much more earlier. So by the time the presidential election started,
You're not listening to what I'm saying.
What is it?
You're saying they could have brought someone else.
Yeah.
When they actually brought the right person.
But you're the right. That's not the right person. Obviously, if it was the right person would have worked.
No, I listen to what you're saying.
Okay.
Kamala was the right person.
Kamala was not the right person.
Odera, Scopes.
You cannot help yourself, but continue. It's fine. You can call me by my name.
Did you watch that movie?
That's nonsense.
Okay. The most qualified person is the black woman. And I get what you're trying to say, that obviously she didn't win, so she wasn't the most qualified. But that was
No. You're confusing me.
No.
There's a difference between being the most qualified and being the right person.
She is the right person.
No.
Yes.
Okay.
She is the right person. She's the most qualified. She had the best temperament, the best knowledge, everything. What you're trying to say is, why would they go for a black woman when they know she's going to lose? I think that's the way you're going about it.
Yeah, that's what I'm going about it.
Yeah, exactly. But why shouldn't they go for a black woman? That's my question. It's regardless of if she was going to lose, she was still the most qualified. It wasn't up to them to decide if she was going to win or not. You understand? It's them picking, hey, we think she's the most qualified. We just have to campaign behind her and hope she wins.
Well, even if that's the case, then they should have made that decision 3 years ago.
But I mean, them choosing her as the vice president in the first place just explains.
I know, but Biden didn't support her until the very last minute. What are you talking about? Like, Biden didn't support her until the
But
very
that
last
man has dementia. What's he supporting?
Wait, but exactly, that's also my point, because not everybody in the Democratic Party was in support of her, even though she was the right qualified person. And I think because she was a woman and a black woman of color.
So that's what the conversation should be.
Support.
That's what the conversation should be, is not being the right person or not the most qualified. It should be about the racism in this country because the simply reason she didn't win is because she's a woman and she's black. It's in simple terms.
I know, and then if we're so what I'm saying is that we should have we should have been more realistic, much more less idealistic. We've seen what Obama caused, like not what he caused, but what white people felt about Obama in the wake of his presidency.
Yeah, but you can't progress a country if you're thinking that way. That okay, we know they don't like people like us, so let's play safe and go for someone they might vote for because he's
there's
our farm brother.
You know what? There's I don't know. There's a lot of nuance to it that I'm not going to pretend like I know a lot of it.
I mean, I just said the conversation should be not. She's not the right person, or she was not the right person. The conversation should be
okay. Yeah, you're right. But the point is going back to Biden's cancer or Biden's health situation, right? It's like Ruth Bader Ginsburg, right?
Yeah,
she could have stepped down during Obama's presidency, given that she was like really old.
Yeah.
You understand? But she didn't do that, and then she now died in Trump's presidency, and we got you understand this new person.
But how do we know that they would have accepted the person that it would have nominated for the Supreme Court? Because the one person he nominated didn't get approved. What was his name?
Remember I think that he nominated that person for Attorney General or something. Not the Supreme Court. It was Attorney General that he nominated them for.
Was it?
I think so. I have to check the news again.
Sorry,
but like,
maybe what giving me some.
At the very least, he would have had it. You understand? Because I think that part. I think either there was a majority in the Senate or in the Congress, one of them, so it would have been much easier to appoint a Supreme Court justice in Obama's presidency. You understand? So that's what I'm saying. And then I checked on the news and I saw another like 3 Congress people died recently, and they were all of old age. And this is people that they could have brought younger people to come and replace instead of running again.
So, but
and dying in office.
My thing with the American like politics is why is it that there's no term limit for like the Senate and House of Representatives, just like Nigeria?
I don't know.
Yeah, I know. For executive positions like president and governor, you have 2 terms.
Yeah.
But for legislative positions, I don't think there's no term limit, which is crazy to me. It's like that's like crazy to me. And apparently, Homeboy, Orange Buffoon, he wants to do a 3rd term. I didn't see the 20 what? Is it 2020?
Wait, did you see that thing that at least we can use this to segue to the other topic? He wants to do a reality show for a reality show competition for American citizenship. Did you see that thing?
So yes, I saw it. So listen, so at first I thought this is ridiculous. But then today in the shower I thought about it and I'm like, actually I'm not against it. Think about it. Right? If it's done right as a fun competition, there's already a visa lottery, right? There's already competitions for winning money. So why can't you do a visa competition?
I don't agree with you. What are you talking about? No.
No, think about it. If you do it in the food, like we already do competition for different prizes. Why can't a visa be a prize? As long as it's a fun.
To become a citizen, you have to. So like no matter, regardless of what your background is, regardless of, you understand, you can be the worst criminal in a different country.
As long as no. So the qualifications to get into this competition. It's a chance for you to be a citizen.
Oh, you could be coming from a war-torn country and you're like fleeing for your life, and then they say the only way you can become a citizen is to compete in this silly reality competition.
But maybe what if it's not silly? What if it's actually something?
The fact that it's a competition discredits everything. That just sounds like capitalism and somebody's trying to make money off of it.
Yes. Now that part, if they do decide to take money from these people, then no.
But obviously, it's not a matter of taking money from these people. You're putting people's lives on display for the audience to watch and to laugh and to make fun of and to insult and stuff like that. Just because they want a better life, go to a country with greener pastures.
Don't say that. People choose what they want to do. It's not by force.
But
right? No, it's not by force. Think about it. There's already a visa lottery.
I think you're being contrarian here.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No, I actually thought about it. I said if there's an opportunity for people to come into this country legally, and it's a fun competition. In reality, maybe they go through this stage of like knowledge or whatever it is, right? Like just testing the knowledge of the American Constitution. There's already, again, think about it, there's already competitions for the visa lottery already. So if there's already those things, it's not the worst thing.
You're asking people to come and put their lives on display in order to gain citizenship. Why would anybody want to do that?
People do
You're
it.
going- you're
People
going
do it
from-
for
no.
anything. They do it for money. Why do you think they won't do it for?
But you're saying that is the only way that they can get citizenship.
But it's not the only way. There are other ways to get citizenship. But it could be one way to win the competition. It's not that when you think about it, and maybe because the person that is doing it is such a terrible person, we're not seeing it in a different lens.
I think that's a terrible idea, regardless of who is doing it.
No,
I think
I'm on the.
that's really stupid.
From the person that is doing
giving
it.
Squid Games.
No. But you see, you're thinking extreme sport, and I'm thinking more.
In the capitalist world, everything somehow gets extreme. So
Yeah, to an extent. But I'm not thinking extreme. I'm thinking like if they can come up with a good, fun, competition where people want, a lot of people do want the citizenship. It's one way. There are different ways. It's not the only way. So you don't have to do it. Now, if it's the only way, then it's different. That's a different conversation, but it's not the only way. Okay. I mean, we can agree to disagree.
I think the only thing that reality competition should have as a winning is money. I don't think
What about
citizenship and the right to live and make a life for yourself in a different country should be a prize for a reality competition.
Right? It could be a prize because people sing to win competitions to sign record labels. They do a lot of things for competition. It's not just money. I'm just saying, it's a competition. It's another way for people to get entry into
I don't
the
know. There's
country.
something morally wrong about it that does not agree with my spirit. I'm sorry.
I mean, that's up to you. I think you need to open your horizon and think about it.
And I know that you're
being.
being. I think you're being devil's advocate.
I'm
here.
actually serious. I told you at first, I saw it, I was like, no, this makes no sense. Like, why would you want to? Then I thought about it in context as to what if this is like a deal or no deal competition, or to be a millionaire, that kind of competition. The prize is citizenship. A lot of smart people will want to take part in that.
Actually, I'm curious to hear if people back home in Nigeria, if you agree with him, if there was a reality competition to get citizenship, say for Canada or
Yes.
Australia or America, if you'd be willing to take part in that, because I feel like we might be speaking from a privileged position here, and I want to know people who are really trying to make a better life for themselves. If someone offered them, like, if they'd be willing to do that, because it doesn't make sense to me.
So think about it. People are willing to go in ships or boats in the Pacific Atlantic Ocean to get to this country, and you think they won't choose that option to be in a friend-friendly
I think both ways are wrong.
No, so what I'm saying,
I think
people that come to this country illegally, right? Like going through like whatever route they go that is so extreme. You think, and they get into this country, right? And they're still illegal, rather than going through a competition that is not extreme, and you get the chance to win a citizenship. You think people would choose going through the illegal way?
I think in both cases it's out of desperation.
Yes, it is.
And I don't think that's right.
I mean,
I think it's just the fact that people is out of desperation. So there's not much of a choice, really.
yeah, there's no. Again, there are other ways, but it's a way that it's not, as long as it's not being done in a terrible way. You understand what I'm saying? I get what you're saying.
I think reality competition is a terrible way.
Okay, so you have something against reality. That's what you should have said from the start.
I think it's a terrible way. I think
Okay.
reality competition to find a new life.
People use it to find love.
It's a terrible way.
People use
And how
reality.
many of those people are still together?
Exactly.
Because they're not using it for finding love, they want fame.
So maybe these people want fame too.
Let's move to the next topic.
Let's go.
Have you heard of black fatigue?
Yes. Yes.
It's so stupid. Like, this country is just it's baffling sometimes how things happen. So, like, people online now, at least the white people online, are talking about black fatigue, and they're like, I'm tired of hearing black people.
Wait, be very specific. The racist white people.
Okay, the racist white people online are like, I'm tired of hearing. I mean, to them they think they're not black, but like, I'm sorry, they're not racist. I mean, sorry. I'm tired. I'm tired of hearing my like black fatigue. To me, I'm tired of hearing black people complain about their problems when they're no longer slaves or like that they have rights, they have this thing, they are rich people. Obama was president. Why are they still complaining? Type of shit. I'm like, and black fatigue is a term originally coined by a black woman. Her name is Mary Frances Winters, and it just talks about the the cost of having to navigate a white racist society, the emotional, physical, mental health cost of having to navigate a society like that. And it's just interesting to me that white people have turned it into something weird, something, you understand? They've
Yes.
bastardized the term, like how they did DEI, like how they did woke. It's now some sort of, you understand?
Yeah.
They don't want to hear about it.
Yeah.
And I thought that was interesting. And you know what? I thought it was interesting. I'm going to call out my people because I've heard people from Nigeria, black people from Nigeria, and like Africans say they're tired of hearing black people complain all the time. You're like, I don't want to touch that topic.
I mean, yes, I completely understand both sides. There shouldn't be a thing as black fatigue. If you think black fatigue is a thing, you need to live the life of an African American, and understand what the struggles they have to go through is as black fatigue. So our Palm brothers and sisters that are using that word. When I say Palm brothers, like Palm brothers and sisters, yeah, there's no such thing as black fatigue. People do go through these struggles.
There's no. What you mean is that there's no such thing like the white people are using black fatigue in the wrong way. Is what you're saying?
No, they're being racist, not in the wrong way.
Okay.
There's no such thing as black fatigue. It's only a fatigue if you think those people are not in this dire need of whatever black people crave. If you think it doesn't exist or they don't deserve it, that's what you think.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's when you think of black fatigue. So, and I do understand the part of the Africans.
Okay.
I don't agree with it, but I understand. I can see what they mean by that, because when we us growing up as black people in Nigeria, we didn't necessarily we didn't, again, remember we spoke about how we didn't see our skin tone. We didn't know we were black until we know we are black,
Okay.
right? And I also spoke about how we come to this country and we still don't make that a thing, like we are black.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
And we struggle, but it's not that. But that's because we are from a different country, right? So we understand. We have culture. We have everything. Let me say
you're moving dangerously to the edge.
No, so okay, what I'm trying to
You're
say.
moving dangerously to the edge.
Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is, we are privileged because we're Nigerians. We grew up in that country. So our perspective of the black lives in this country is different from the African American experience. If that makes sense.
I also think I also think that we in Nigeria, the perspective of African Americans we get, at least before the advent of social media, was a very skewed, very
Very scary.
it was not at all the full representation. That's number one. And I think a lot of the reasons why people, at least people, I'll say from Nigeria, which is my country, feel like they're like tired is because to them, America is working. You have constant light. You have the opportunity for upward mobility. So it's like, why are you still complaining? But they don't know. They don't really know the institutionalized racism that is in this country, and like how
that's
how much the black people have fought to have these little freedoms that they have in this country for all black people, including Africans as well. So they don't really see that.
Yeah.
All they see is that they see people not being grateful for the opportunities they've been given, because back home in Nigeria, you're trying to survive. And at least you feel like you're trying to survive, and not thinking that the African Americans here are trying to survive as well. Even if they have the basic needs of food and electricity, but like they're still trying to survive because America is killing them.
Yeah.
It's killing us at least.
Yeah, us. Because they don't know where
So
black
yeah, I think it's just I think them saying that is really coming from a place of
ignorance.
ignorance,
Yeah.
which is unfortunate. I mean, there's ignorance on both sides, but I feel like them
No,
saying
no,
that
no.
is
I know that's what I'm saying. Like we don't fully understand, or they don't fully understand what it is like to live as a Black American.
yes.
And say you come here as a Black person, but you're still not a Black American, so you don't know what they went through.
Yeah.
So that's why I can see the perspective, but it's still wrong. There's no such thing as Black fatigue because
No, there's black fatigue.
what's Black fatigue?
Black fatigue, as I said earlier on, is the emotional, mental, and physical. This is my definition, paraphrased. Physical deterioration that Black people feel from living in a white racist country.
Okay.
But what's the racist white people on TikTok have said Black fatigue is that they're tired of hearing Black people complain about their problems.
Okay, so that's what I'm thinking more about.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
But there's an actual term coined by a sociologist called Black fatigue.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
And they now turn it into
something else.
Stupid.
Okay, so I'm talking about our Palm brothers and sisters definition.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. But okay. Yes. All right.
Do you want to move on to something lighter or something serious?
Like Crash Out?
No, not Crash Out. Not Crash Out. No, we're not. I was still talking about trending topics. Did you see the Superman trailer?
Yes, I did.
I'm actually a little bit excited.
I am, until I actually saw the comparison to the previous Superman, and it's very similar. Like the storyline looks the same.
I know, but this one seems a little bit more fun, almost a little bit lighter. I think the other Superman was a little bit more serious.
But how can you make Superman fun?
It's fun. They introduced the dog. The dog is always fun.
Yeah, but Superman is not fun. It's not fun.
I don't mean to get all. I don't mean to get all. What's the word? Black power. But I think Superman.
I think you said it before, right?
Have I? I think Superman is a visual representation of white supremacy and Western imperialism. I don't know what it is, but I feel like there's a connection there somewhere. Maybe not in this modern iteration, but I feel like in the past, I feel like Superman, there's something very, very much American exceptionalism about him.
Okay, so
I need somebody smarter than me to come up with a topic, like an article, an essay about it.
Smarter than me is crazy.
No, there's people that can find the link. I know there's a link there. I can see it.
Yeah. Superman does nothing for me.
Like, okay, let me see. Who do you think is more representative of America? Superman or Batman?
Yeah, they do nothing for me.
No, that's not what I'm asking. I know whether like who do you think is more like if you think of?
I mean, Batman the billionaire.
Yeah.
Exactly. Who is more representative?
They're like two sides of the same coin.
Exactly. No, they are. They both live in a capitalist. Yeah, so we can talk about Batman being the hero, but that man is still a billionaire. He's spraying the things to earn that money. Superman on the other hand doesn't do anything for me. He just flies around. But yeah, but I mean, the movie.
You're a Marvel guy.
No, the movie does look good. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
It looks fun. It looks lighter, and I would want to watch it. But I do feel like it's the same Superman story I've been told like 1,000 times. So what's gonna be different? We all know the same Superman story. It's like, why is it every time they have to make a new Superman and Batman movie? Why can't they dig into other characters?
Because they're not as popular. I mean, this one has Green Lantern. They introduced the Green Lantern, the Lantern Corps.
I mean, wait, did you watch Thunderbolts?
Not yet.
You would like it. I think I think for your mental health, you need to see it. It's so.
So you could have invited me to when you were going to see it.
We never spoke about seeing it together.
That doesn't mean anything. You could have said, "Hey, do you want to watch this movie?"
No, I stopped doing that after Sinners.
Wait, now that you've seen Sinners, do you like Sinners? Not to go back to Sinners, but do you like? Did we talk about it yet?
Did we?
I can't remember.
Is like? Are you trying to say, do I love it?
Yeah, do you love it?
Oh yeah, like
really, really love it.
No, like really, 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 really.
Oh, okay.
Like, I was in the movie theater, like. And it was done so beautifully.
Do you remember Ikorodu Boys?
Yes.
They have their
saw that.
seasons,
Yeah,
and I was
saw
like,
that.
oh man, wow, you guys are. I'm so happy that you guys are still doing this shit. That you guys are like grown up now. Well, not grown up fully, but like you
Yeah.
can see like the time, how much time has elapsed, and they're looking more like
like kids.
less like kids and more like young men.
Yeah, more.
I was actually happy to see them. I was like, yeah, okay,
Yeah,
you guys are still being creative. Kudos.
Kudos. But no, you need to see Thunderbolts. It's deeper than a superhero movie, and I think, and my cousin actually mentioned it that you would engage with the movie.
Okay, now I have to go.
Yeah, it was like he mentioned it's like this. I was like, yeah, it's a very deep. Like on the surface level, it's like fun, but the storyline you're gonna connect to it. Like it does a lot with mental health.
Okay.
And it was done really good.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll see it. I'll like to see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll go check it out.
Yeah, I was surprised. Again, I was gonna always see, but I didn't think it was gonna be like that in depth, like storyline.
Yeah.
Good. So Thunderbolts was actually a very good movie.
Okay. Let's move on to Crash Out.
Crash Out, you Crash Out.
Wait. I kind of. Did you hear about Adriana Smith? not to get serious again. So there's this black woman who's brain dead in Georgia. Right.
Okay.
But she was like 9 weeks pregnant before she got brain dead.
Okay.
And because of the new laws, the anti-abortion laws, they now have to keep her alive. Even though her family doesn't want to keep her alive, they have to keep her alive till the baby is born. Isn't that crazy? She's like literally, she's pretty much dead, but they're keeping her alive in order for the baby to mature.
Okay, so this is what I'll ask you, and be sincere.
Okay.
Okay, I can't ask you that question because you're not a woman. So I guess the question I wanted to ask was, if God forbid, like you're in that situation where the one thing you've been carrying for so long is in you, and there's a chance for them to come out alive, would you want that, or would you just want to go with that thing? You understand what I'm saying?
If I was the woman, or if the woman was like my wife or something?
I can't say if you're the woman because you can't put yourself in a woman's perspective.
Okay.
But let's say if it was your wife, and you know how much your wife was looking forward to that, like the baby can come out alive.
See, this is 9 weeks. She got pregnant 9 weeks.
She's 9 weeks pregnant.
Yeah, not 9 months.
Oh,
9 weeks.
Oh.
So the baby's still a fetus.
Okay, so that's different. Yes. Okay, I thought she was like due in 9 weeks.
And this is and they're like, this is against her family's wishes. They didn't want it. So like, I think the issue here is that it really just, I think, what is the word I'm looking for? Destroys women's rights in a sense. Do you understand? Because if this succeeds, then that means they can get dying women to give birth to children. Do you understand? They have no choice in the say. They don't need them to be fully functional in order to give birth to children.
Yeah, so
it's like baby growing farm.
Yeah, if it's still a fetus, then yeah, like if the family decides that that's the best option.
But it is like the hospital is doing it against the family wishes, which is crazy, I think.
So the family should not collect the baby
now? No. You can't be joking about this stuff, please.
Okay, sorry. My dark sense of humor just kicked in.
You can't be joking about this stuff.
Okay, sorry. But what I'm saying is, if a woman, I'm pro-choice. Yeah, I'm pro-choice. So if women want whatever decision they want to make for their body, it's theirs. If they don't want to, they don't have to keep it. If they want to, they should. We shouldn't be deciding what women do with their body. So in this situation, just because she doesn't have a say, I mean, the next of kin has a say, right?
Yeah.
And if the next of kin says no, like you can take her off life support, that should be respected.
Yeah, but that's not something. America is such an interesting, weird place because this is the type of thing that you really see in, like,
yeah.
What's the name of that TV show?
Black Mirror.
Yeah, this is like some Black Mirror shit. You know, it's like crazy. I feel bad for the family. I hope like they can find some sort of comfort or solace in this
Or
situation.
resolution.
Yeah, like it's
Yeah.
just terrible, terrible.
Terrible.
Sorry, I didn't mean to get down to like.
No, I mean that's fine.
Yeah.
It's good to bring this in, like this out, these problems that most Black women and women go through.
Yeah.
Like really, they can't decide for themselves
Yeah.
anymore. That's crazy.
People are saying it's like Henrietta Lacks. I don't know if you know her, but like I think they used her DNA against her wishes or something like that for like cancer research or something. I have to get confirmation. I don't want to get wrong information, but it was against her wishes as well. So another Black woman that is American has taken advantage of. Okay.
Yes. Okay. That just made me sad.
So, sorry.
It's fine. It's just
Do you want to crash out? Do you want to take your anger or something
No,
else?
yeah, it's on something
Redirect your
else.
anger.
You crash out first.
Okay, wait. Okay. I know we talked about MTA before, but I have another gripe with MTA.
No, MT is never going to work for my list.
Like, why do you have the new Omni cards if they're not working? Like I got the new Omni card and I checked one machine not working, another machine not working, another machine not working, another machine like in the whole station where I got the card, it's not working. And you now say that you're now switching all Metro cards to the Omni card. Why are you switching all the Metro cards to the Omni card if it's not working anywhere?
Okay, so this is where I'm coming after you.
What?
After 2 try, you should have skipped over.
Wait, with all the police that they had putting around there.
After 2 try, you should have skipped over.
No.
You have to get to your destination, no?
But that's not the issue. That's just a short-term solution. Why is it not working is what I'm wondering.
Did you ever up the train?
What's a hop to train?
Like go in without paying?
I'm a law-abiding citizen.
You've never done it?
I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say anything to implicate myself on camera or on audio. I'm a law-abiding citizen. Please.
Okay.
I don't know what you're talking about. After we finish, wait. After you finish insulting Trump here, then you now come to talk about your crimes. So if they're looking for,
I never said I did
if they're looking for evidence against you,
I never said I did anything.
Please, that's just my thing. I just like that Omnicard feels stupid to me because like half of the stations it doesn't work with it. So like, what's the point of it?
Do you know who is pro NTA?
Who?
Bolaji.
He doesn't live in New York.
Exactly. Exactly. It's pro NTA.
I think he only likes it because it's 24 hours.
Well,
which I think is really good actually.
Yeah, I mean it is, but no, the NTA is one of the worst corporation in this country. It's so bad.
Okay.
Yeah, but I can let me not crash out about them. Let me not crash out. Okay. My crash out is the weather.
Because it was cold today, right?
Like, for what?
After like 3 days of like 70-degree weather, 80-degree weather.
It's currently almost like 48 degrees right now, and it's still cold in May. I don't understand.
It's literally trying to rain on your parade.
No, it is raining on my parade. I'm supposed to be walking tomorrow. I'm supposed to be outside feeling good, and it's gonna be cold. Like, I don't get it. Like, last week was amazing. It was like 70, 80 degrees. I was outside running on the track.
Yeah.
And then tomorrow is going to be like 48. Like, what's happening? What kind of bipolar shit is this? I don't get it. Like, explain it. Who did we offend? Who did we offend?
Well, that's New York for you, though.
It's terrible.
It's so funny because, like, after how many years of staying here, you're still not used to it.
You can never get used to the cold.
Like, finally. You're like, finally, it's warm weather, and then boom.
Then boom. A slap in the face. And so tomorrow, I'm going to see Queen Beyonce. And it's going to rain, and it's going to be cold. So I'm trying to figure out exactly, because I had this nice outfit, with my cowboy hat, and boots, but you guys will never get to see it again.
Okay.
Just because of the weather.
Maybe for the next show, the next episode, you wear your
if I'm not
cowboy Carter outfit.
If I'm not wearing to the concert, I'm not gonna wear it again.
How many concerts does she have here?
This in New York?
Yeah.
So she has tomorrow. She has Saturday, Sunday. I think she has either next Thursday also. So I think that's 4.
You guys should be prepared to stay like really late because if it's gonna be terrible weather, she might not come out till later.
Yeah, I know. I mean, yeah, we're gonna do what we gotta do, but at the same time, like, I'm really looking forward to, Queen Beyonce.
Damn you weather.
All right.
Okay.
That's it.
That's it.
All right.
Thank you
See you
guys.
guys.
Wait. Email us at a.meltingpodcast@gmail.com.
And if you disagree with any of Scope's opinions, please email us so we can talk about the disagreement, because I know my opinions were spot on. So if you disagree with Scopes,
Okay, sir.
please let us know.
Why side?
Thank you guys. Bye.